Hi everyone, this is Sheetal Chaudhary, your accounts master teacher, and I hope that you all are doing well. You all are taking care of yourself and your family members. So, I welcome you all to Vedantu Commerce, and as you all know, we are here for a better future. So, let's start this session with some positive thought. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. So, failure is our opportunity to you guys. So, don't let your failures stop you. Take it as an opportunity and then take it again, try it again now more intelligently. So, guys, let me tell you that this is going to be a recorded session. So, I won't be able to answer your doubts or I won't be able to reply to your comments. Okay? So, this is your today's schedule. As you all know, this is your last session. So, guys, if you are new to our channel, Vedantu Commerce, or if you're watching me for the first time, then please take a moment to subscribe to our channel so that you can watch our daily live sessions. Also, make sure that you like this video and you share this along with your friends. So, like, share, and subscribe. And if you have not joined us on Telegram group yet, then please go and join it ASAP because you will be getting all the notes, all the updates on this Telegram group. तो जिन्होंने अभी तक ज्वाइन नहीं करा, जल्दी से जाओ और ज्वाइन करो. So, as you all know, this is Udan batch. This is class 11th batch. So, guys, today we will be continuing a chapter and we have already completed this chapter in the previous session. हमने ये chapter already complete कर लिया है. Now, in this session, we are going to have all the basic accounting terms in one shot. So as we are going to discuss all the terms in one shot, so there are a lot of terms, so it won't be possible for me to explain each and every term in detail. I will try my best, but still, if I am not able to explain any of the term in brief, then don't worry, we have explained all the terms in brief in our previous session. So अगर आपने हमारे previous वाली classes अभी तक नहीं देखी है, then you can check it anytime on our channel. तो चैनल पे जाओ, वीडियो सेक्शन पे जाओ, उसके अंडर आपको सारे के सारे सेशंस प्रोवाइडेड कर दिए जाएंगे. So don't worry for anything. So, as I have already told you, we will have basic accounting terms in one shot. So I hope that you all are excited for this session and I request all of you to be very attentive in this section. Okay, so it's time to start and I hope that you all are excited. हाँ, सब एकदम excited है. तो चलिए सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट इट विदाउट एनी डिले. वी ऑल आर रेडी टू टेक फ्लाइट. उड़ान भरने के लिए सब लोग तैयार हैं. तो चलिए सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं. The first term that we have today is business transaction. What is business transaction? First of all, what is the meaning of transaction? So transaction means exchange of goods, exchange of services, or exchange of money. Whenever there is exchange of goods, exchange of services, or exchange of money, it is known as transaction. Now, when it will be a business transaction, so a transaction which affect financial position of business, is known as business transaction. So वो transaction जो business को affect करती है, जो business की financial position को affect करती है, उसको बोलते हैं business transaction. So let's have the meaning, guys. It is a financial transaction or an economic event which brings a change in the financial position of the enterprise. Enterprise means business. वो ट्रांजैक्शन जो आपकी बिजनेस की फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन को अफेक्ट करेगी उसी को क्या कहते हैं, बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन. And what do you mean by transaction? Transaction means transfer or exchange of money, goods and services. For example, when we purchase goods, when we sell goods, this is what? This is business transaction. When we pay salary, when we pay wages, जब हम लोग rent pay करते हैं, all these are business transactions. So we have completed our first term. Coming on to the next one, account. What do you mean by account? We are doing accountancy, guys. So accounts, क्या है ये account? So account is a record in which we record all the transactions related to a particular item, or person. अकाउंट इट इज अ रिकॉर्ड, ये एक रिकॉर्ड है जहां पर हम सारी ट्रांजैक्शंस रिकॉर्ड करेंगे that will be either related to a person or any item. For example, I am preparing my account. So in my account, I will record all the transactions related to me. So this is the meaning of account. So account is a record of both cash and credit transaction. दोनों record करेंगे, cash भी and credit भी, maintained under a particular head. There will be any particular item, particular person which shows the transaction. We will record transaction here and also the effect of such transaction. तो हम ट्रांजेक्शंस तो रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, साथ में हम लोग उनके अफेक्ट भी रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. सो दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अकाउंट. इट इज अ रिकॉर्ड ऑफ ऑल द ट्रांजेक्शन. मींस कैश वाली ट्रांजेक्शन भी रिकॉर्ड होंगी और उधार वाली, क्रेडिट वाली भी ट्रांजेक्शन रिकॉर्ड होंगी रिलेटेड टू अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन. कमिंग ऑन टू द थर्ड ट्रांजेक्शन, थर्ड टर्म. So our third term is capital. Third term is capital. If you have watched my previous classes, you must remember my example. I gave example of Tuntun Mosi. मैंने example दिया था, आप सबको याद होना चाहिए. So let's have that example again. दोबारा इस example ले लेते हैं, example ही तो है. तो मान लो she is Tuntun Mosi. Please ignore my drawing. She is Tuntun Mosi. Okay, so ये Tuntun Mosi है and she is opening a shop, sweet shop. उन्होंने एक लड्डू की दुकान खोली. Now Tuntun Mosi ने लड्डू की दुकान खोल ली है. अब when she is starting this business, जब उन्होंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया होगा, she needs some money to open that shop. पैसा चाहिए बिजनेस को स्टार्ट करने के लिए. आप कोई भी बिजनेस स्टार्ट करोगे, आपको क्या चाहिए होता है, पैसा चाहिए होता है. So Tuntun Mosi, she invested 5 lakh rupees to open this shop. Tuntun Mosi ने 5 लाख रुपए लगाए इस बिजनेस को स्टार्ट करने में. कितने रुपए लगाए, 5 लाख रुपए. Tuntun Mosi is what? Tuntun Mosi is owner of the shop. We all can understand this कि Tuntun Mosi ने शॉप खोली है, तो Tuntun Mosi क्या है, ओनर है. Now owner is investing 5 lakh rupees to open the shop, and this 5 lakh rupees is known as capital. So what is capital, guys? Capital is the amount of cash, amount of money or amount of goods invested by owner in the business. So capital, you can say anything invested by owner in the business. Anything invested by owner in the business. अगर ओनर बिजनेस में कुछ भी इन्वेस्ट करता है, कुछ भी लगाता है, अगर ओनर कोई एसेट लेके जा रहा है, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो कैपिटल. ओनर अपने घर से लाया फर्नीचर, उसने वो फर्नीचर ऑफिस में रख दिया, सो दैट इज ऑल्सो कैपिटल. So anything invested by owner in the business is known as capital. Coming on to the next term, drawing. Now what is drawing, guys? So जो टुनटुन मौसी हैं, जो टुनटुन मौसी हैं, उन्होंने अपनी शॉप से she took 5 boxes of sweets. She took 5 boxes of sweets for her relatives. उन्होंने 5 डब्बे अपनी दुकान से लिए मिठाई के, किसके लिए? अपने रिलेटिव्स के लिए. तो उन्होंने जो 5 डब्बे मिठाई के लिए हैं, क्या वो इसका कोई पैसा दे रही है बिजनेस में? Is she paying something? No. She is withdrawing these goods. उन्होंने ये गुड्स निकाले बिजनेस से फॉर हर पर्सनल पर्पस. जस्ट अ मिनट. या सो उन्होंने ये गुड्स अपने बिजनेस से निकाले फॉर हर पर्सनल पर्पस. सो अगर ओनर बिजनेस से कुछ भी निकालता है फॉर पर्सनल पर्पस, देन दैट इज नोन एज ड्रॉइंग. सो ये जो 5 डब्बे हैं मिठाई के, ये क्या है बच्चों? दीज आर ड्रॉइंग्स. सो व्हाट आर ड्रॉइंग्स, गाइज? It is the amount of cash or goods withdrawn from business by proprietor. Proprietor means owner, बच्चों. What do you mean by proprietor? Proprietor means owner. So it is the amount of cash withdrawn from business by owner for their personal use. अगर ओनर ने बिजनेस से कुछ भी निकाला है पर्सनल यूज के लिए, तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? ड्रॉइंग्स कहते हैं. और सच एन अमाउंट reduces the capital of the owner. इससे क्या होगा? ओनर का पैसा कम हो जाएगा, ओनर की कैपिटल कम हो जाएगी. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ड्रॉइंग्स. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन. नेक्स्ट वी हैव लाइबिलिटी. अब ये लाइबिलिटी क्या होता है मैम? वी हैव डन दिस वेरी ब्रीफली गाइज. आप लोग को ये याद होना चाहिए. What is liability? So liability means amount payable by business. Liability means amount payable by business. अगर बिजनेस को कोई पैसा पे करना है, that is known as liability. So it is the obligation of the business. You can say that liability is the obligation of business. So let's have the meaning, guys. Let's have the meaning. So it refers to the financial obligation. It refers to the financial obligation of the business, which business owe to outsider. जो business को बाहर वालों को देना है. If I need to pay 5 lakh rupees to you. If I need to pay 5 lakh rupees to you, then that is my liability. अगर मुझे आपको कोई पैसा देना है, तो वो मेरी क्या है? Liability है. Now, in the previous session, I have told you that liability is divided into 2 types. Non-current liability and current liability. Non-current liability and current liability. Now, what is non-current liability? What is current liability? So, non-current liability means the amount, the liability payable after 1 year. वो पैसा जो हमें 1 साल के बाद देना है, पे करना है, that is known as non-current liability. And it is also known as long-term liability. It is also known as long-term liability. So non-current liability वो liability होती है जो 1 साल के बाद पे करनी होती है, like bank loan. Now current liability means the liability which is payable, the liability which is payable within 1 year. वो पैसा जो 1 साल के अंदर पे करना है, उसको बोलते हैं करंट लाइबिलिटी. सो जो पैसा 1 साल के अंदर वापस करना है उसको बोलते हैं करंट लाइबिलिटी. ऑल्सो इट इज नोन एज शॉर्ट टर्म लाइबिलिटी. एंड द मनी दैट इज पेबल आफ्टर 1 year, that is known as non-current liability or long-term liability. Coming to the next term. What do you mean by assets, guys? Assets क्या होते हैं? Very common term, very important term. Assets क्या है? So a very simple definition. Anything owned by business. Anything owned by the business. जो भी business का है वो सब asset है. Property of the business, land and building of the business, furniture of the business, anything that is owned by business is known as asset. आपके पास कैलकुलेटर है, वॉच है, आपके पास मोबाइल फोन है, ये सब आपके हैं ना, तो they are your assets. So what do you mean by assets? These are the properties owned by business which are used to carry out the business operation. You will use them for your business activity. Now, assets are further divided into 3 types. Assets are further divided into 3 types. Non-current asset, which is also known as long-term asset. Then we have current asset, which is also known as short-term asset. And then we have fictitious asset. So now, what is the meaning of these type of asset? What is non-current? What is current asset? What is fictitious asset? So non-current asset means they will be used in business. They will be used in business for a long time, for a long period. हम लोग इनको business में use करते हैं for the long time, and they are not for resale. They are not for resale. हम इनको वापस नहीं बेचेंगे. So these are non-current assets which are used for a long time and which are not for the purpose of resale. Then coming on to current asset. What do you mean by current asset? So they are held in business. They are held in business for a short period of time. हम लोग इनको बिजनेस में ना थोड़े टाइम के लिए रखते हैं, फॉर अ शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. दैट इज इट विल बी रीसेल आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. हम लोग इनको थोड़े टाइम के बाद बेच देते हैं. वी विल सेल देम आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. एग्जाम्पल, स्टॉक. आपके जो गुड्स होते हैं आप उनको बेच देते हैं थोड़े टाइम बाद. डेटर्स थोड़े टाइम के लिए होते हैं, उसके बाद वी रिसीव मनी फ्रॉम देम एंड डेटर्स आर फिनिश्ड. पहले जो डेटर्स होते हैं, डेटर्स कौन होते हैं? डेटर मीन द पर्सन जिससे हमें पैसा लेना है. तो आज वो डेटर है. यू आर माई डेटर एट प्रेजेंट, बट व्हेन यू विल पे मी मनी यू विल नो मोर बी अ डेटर. जब आप मेरा पैसा वापस कर दोगे आप डेटर नहीं रहोगे. सो स्टॉक, डेटर, दीज आर करंट एसेट. Machinery, land and building, these are non-current assets because we use them for a long period of time and we do not sell them quickly. Then coming on to the most important one, fictitious asset. बहुत सारे बच्चों को इसमें confusion थी. What is fictitious asset? So fictitious asset in real they are not asset. असलियत में ना ये assets नहीं होते, ये सिर्फ एक हमारा भ्रम है. हमें बोला जाता है ये asset है, but in real these are not asset. So पहले example लेते हैं, उसके बाद I will come to the definition. For example, I am paying advertisement expense. मैंने इस बार एक advertisement करवाई न्यूज़पेपर में और मैंने एडवर्टीजमेंट खर्चा पे किया 10 लाख रुपीज. आई एम पेइंग एडवर्टीजमेंट एक्सपेंस ऑफ रुपीज 10 लाख रुपीज. नाउ दिस इज अ ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ एक्सपेंस. आपको पता है कि ये बहुत बड़ा खर्चा है, 10 लाख रुपए. दिस इज ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ एक्सपेंस. एंड ऑल्सो यू ऑल विल एग्री विद दिस that this 10 lakh rupees will give me benefit for next 5 to 6 years. इस 10 लाख को खर्च करने के बाद I will be getting benefit for next 5 to 6 years. So what I will do, I will divide this 10 lakh in 5 years. I will divide this 10 lakh over a period of 5 years, because I and you are agreeing with this that we will get the benefit for next 5 years. So we are dividing the expense in 5 years. So every year we have to record only 2 lakh. Every year we have to record only 2 lakh. So what I will do, this year I will only record expense of 2 lakh. इस साल मैं अपना खर्चा कितना दिखाऊंगी, सिर्फ 2 लाख. और जो बाकी का 8 लाख रुपीज है, आई विल शो दिस एज फिक्टिशियस एसेट, क्योंकि मुझे आने वाले टाइम में इसका फायदा मिलेगा. I will get the benefit of this 8 lakh rupees in the upcoming year. So therefore, I am recording this as a fictitious asset. So ये असली में मेरा asset नहीं है, ये मेरा खर्चा है. It is your expense in reality. But as you know, you will be getting the benefit in the upcoming 4 years. So therefore, you show it as a fictitious asset. So this is the meaning of fictitious asset. It is an expense that will be written off in the upcoming year. That will be written off means that will be recorded in the upcoming year. So this is the meaning of fictitious asset, and I hope now it is clear to everyone because I have given you an example. Ab we are done with these types of asset, but the non-current asset, it is further divided into tangible and intangible. हमारे पास different type of assets है, which is tangible and intangible. These are also most widely used term. Now what is tangible, what is intangible? So very easy. Tangible means those assets which have physical existence. The assets which have physical existence, which can be seen and which can be touched. Which can be seen and which can be touched. वो एसेट जो हम देख सकते हैं, जो हम टच कर सकते हैं, उनको बोलते हैं टेंजिबल एसेट. लाइक लैंड, बिल्डिंग, फर्नीचर, वी कैन सी इट, वी कैन टच इट. कमिंग टू द intangible. What do you mean by intangible? So intangible is opposite. They don't have physical existence. So assets which do not have physical existence, they are known as intangible assets. So they do not exist physically, therefore they cannot be seen and they cannot be touched. You cannot see them, you cannot touch them. For example, patent, formula of producing something. If you are producing cold drink, can you see that formula? No. It's just there in your mind. Goodwill, reputation of the business. It's just an imagination, we can't see it. So intangible assets are those assets which we cannot see, which we cannot touch. Coming on to the next one. Receipt. What do you mean by receipt? So receipt means amount which is received. Receipt means money received. अगर आपको कोई भी पैसा मिला है, that is receipt. So it is the amount which is received for selling goods, for providing services, for selling asset. आपको कोई भी पैसा मिला है, तो that is receipt. Now the receipt are further divided into two types. Receipts are further divided into two types: revenue and capital. Revenue receipt and capital receipt. Revenue receipt means regular. Revenue receipt means regular. वो पैसा जो हमें बार बार मिलता है, the money which is received regularly is known as revenue receipt. For example, you receive interest on investment. अगर हम आपकी कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो उस पर इंटरेस्ट जो है वो रेगुलरली मिलता है. सो इंटरेस्ट ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट इज अ रेवेन्यू. इट विल बी रिसीव्ड रेगुलरली. देन Capital receipt, it is non-recurring. Capital receipt means non-recurring, which is not regular, which is not regular. The money which is not received regularly, it is known as capital receipt. For example, sale of old table. By selling old table, I am receiving 10,000 rupees. But the question arises, will I receive it regularly? क्या मुझे ये 10,000 रुपए बार बार मिलेंगे? Answer is no. You will sell your old table once in 5 years. जब टेबल पुरानी होगी तभी तो बेचोगे. So old table you will not sell regularly. So this is non-recurring. This is not regular. So this is capital receipt. So money which is received regularly is known as revenue receipt, and money which is not received regularly is known as capital receipt. Coming on to the next one. Expenditure. Expenditure. Expenditure का मतलब है खर्चा. Sorry if my हिंदी वाली spelling is wrong. So एक्सपेंडिचर का मतलब है खर्चा. आपका जो भी पैसा खर्च होता है दैट इज नोन एज एक्सपेंडिचर. सो एक्सपेंडिचर मीन्स द अमाउंट स्पेंट फॉर एक्वायरिंग एसेट, फॉर परचेजिंग गुड्स और फॉर एक्वायरिंग सर्विसेज. जब आप कोई भी सामान खरीदते हो यू स्पेंड मनी. When you acquire any services, when you take any service, you spend money. When you acquire any goods or asset, you spend money. So when you are spending that money, that is what? That is expenditure. जब भी आप कोई चीज लेते हो और पैसे खर्च करते हो उसी को क्या कहते हैं? एक्सपेंडिचर, खर्चा कहते हैं. Now expenditure is also divided into two types, revenue and capital, and the meaning is same here. The expenditure which is paid regularly, the expenditure which is paid regularly is known as revenue expenditure. वो पैसा जो हम लगातार पे करते हैं उसको बोलते हैं revenue expenditure. For example, salary, rent. We pay salary regularly every month. We pay rent regularly every month. So this is revenue expenditure. Coming on to capital expenditure, this is the amount which is not paid regularly, which is not paid regularly. This is not paid regularly. For example, purchase of furniture. Will you purchase furniture? Will you pay regularly for furniture? No. 10 साल में एक बार फर्नीचर खरीदोगे. Purchase of machinery. क्या रेगुलरली मशीनरी खरीदोगे? नो, वी विल नॉट परचेज मशीन रेगुलर. सो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर मीन्स द अमाउंट विच इज नॉट पेड रेगुलरली. सो परचेज ऑफ फर्नीचर, परचेज ऑफ मशीनरी, वी डू नॉट पे दिस अमाउंट रेगुलरली एंड हेंस इट इज कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. सो in both we are spending money and that is known as expenditure. जब भी आप पैसा खर्च करते हो उसको कहते हैं expenditure. Coming to the next term. What do you mean by income? Income का क्या मतलब है? So, कभी कभार क्या होता है आपकी जो earnings होती हैं, your receipt are more than your expenditure. आपने जो पैसा receive किया है, money received is more than money paid. आपने पैसे खर्च करे 10,000 रुपए लेकिन आपको मिले हैं 15,000 रुपए. सो वेन एवर योर अर्निंग्स आर मोर देन योर एक्सपेंसेस देन दैट इज नोन एज इनकम. तो यहाँ पर 5,000 रुपीज इज योर इनकम. सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इनकम गाइज? इट इज द प्रॉफिट अर्न during the accounting period. Income is the profit that we have earned during accounting period, which is calculated as the difference between revenue and expense. It is the difference between earning and expense. In other words, it is excess of revenue over expense. अगर आपका revenue आपकी रिसिप्ट आपके खर्चों से ज्यादा है तो उसी को क्या कहते हैं, इनकम कहते हैं. Coming to the next example, that is prepaid expense. What do you mean by prepaid expense? So prepaid expense means expense that is paid in advance. वो खर्चे जो हम पहले से एडवांस में पे कर देते हैं. Like we all do prepaid mobile recharge. All of us do prepaid mobile recharge. Means we are paying the amount of recharge in advance. हम लोग बात बाद में करेंगे लेकिन हमने उसके पैसे पहले से पे कर दिए हैं. So it is the amount of expense which is paid in advance और जिसका फायदा, the benefit will be available in the upcoming year. उसके पे करने के बाद हमें फायदा मिलता है. So prepaid expense means the benefit which is paid in the expense which is paid in advance. Coming to the next, outstanding expense. What do you mean by outstanding expense? Outstanding means the expense, the benefit of which you have already taken. आपने उसका फायदा तो उठा लिया, आपने उसका बेनिफिट तो ले लिया, लेकिन आपने अभी तक पैसे पे नहीं करे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पोस्ट पेड बिल चार्ज. पोस्ट पेड बिल, हमने फोन पे बात कर ली, हमने वाईफाई यूज कर लिया, बट वी हैव नॉट पेड द अमाउंट येट. हमने अभी तक पैसे पे नहीं करे, तो वो क्या है, आउटस्टैंडिंग बिल है, आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंस है. सो इट इज एन एक्सपेंस दैट हैज बीन इनकर्ड. हमने उसका बेनिफिट ले लिया, दैट हैज बीन इनकर्ड बट हैज नॉट बीन पेड. आपने वो पे नहीं करा, और क्योंकि इट इज पेबल, आपको उसका पैसा पे करना है, इट इज योर ऑब्लिगेशन. Therefore, outstanding expense is a liability. So, outstanding expense is liability because the amount is payable. It is obligation of the business. So, this is the meaning of outstanding expense. It is the expense that has been incurred but not yet paid. Coming to the next one. Profit. What do you mean by profit, guys? Profit क्या होता है? So profit is same as income. We have done abhi few seconds before income. So profit means when your revenue, when your receipt is more than your expense. जब आपका money received आपके money paid से ज़्यादा है, आपने पैसे खर्च किए 10,000 लेकिन आपको मिले 15,000 रुपए. So the difference is known as profit. So profit and income, they are same. When your revenue is more than your expense, then the difference is known as profit. So how can you define profit? It is excess of revenue. It is excess of revenue over expenses. It is excess of revenue over expenses and it is regular. It is earned regularly. ये जो प्रॉफिट होता है ये हम रेगुलरली कमाते हैं, एवरी डे, एवरी मंथ. ऑल्सो इट इज अर्न्ड फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. इट इज अर्न्ड फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. नाउ व्हाट इज ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी? ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी मीन्स बिजनेस एक्टिविटी. ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी मीन्स बिजनेस एक्टिविटी. So profit means excess of revenue over expense. It is earned regularly and it is earned from operating activity, main business activity. So this is the meaning of profit. Now coming on to the next term, जो बहुत सारे बच्चों को लगता है कि profit जैसी है. The next term is gain, which most of the students think that it is similar to profit. But it is not similar to profit because gain, it is the profit earned. It is profit but it is earned from non-operating activity. It is earned from non-operating activity. These are not business activity. These are other than business. Also It is not earned regularly. It is not earned regularly. तो गेन जो है वो ना तो बिजनेस से कमाया जाता है, इट इज अर्नड फ्रॉम नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी एंड इट इज नॉट रिकरिंग इन नेचर. यू डू नॉट अर्न इट रेगुलरली. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज गेन. I have explained this briefly in our previous session, so go and watch it. I have given examples also in the previous session. So if you guys have not watched the previous classes, then please go watch it. So coming on to the gain is something other than day-to-day earning. It is something other than day-to-day earning and it is irregular. It is non-recurring in nature. You do not earn this regularly. It is non-recurring, it is irregular. And as I have told you, it is the profit from non-operating transaction. ये बिजनेस के अलावा कहीं और से अर्न होता है. इट इज नॉट अर्न फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी, इट इज अर्न फ्रॉम नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, गेन ऑन सेल ऑफ लैंड. इफ यू आर सेलिंग लैंड, अगर आप अपनी जमीन बेच रहे हो वो आपका बिजनेस नहीं है. इट इज नॉट योर ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. सो प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ लैंड, इट इज योर गेन. प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ मशीनरी, profit from sale of investment. So this is your gain because it is irregular and it is earned from non-operating activity. Coming to the next one, loss. अब ये loss क्या है? We have discussed profit. Profit means when the revenue is more than expense, but loss is opposite of profit. So loss means excess of expense over revenue. Excess of expense over revenue. If your expense is more than your revenue, then the difference is known as loss. अगर आपका खर्चा आपके रेवेन्यू से ज़्यादा है, आपकी रिसिप्ट से ज़्यादा है, तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? लॉस कहते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, योर रेवेन्यू इज 20,000, but your expense is 26,000. So in this case, your expense is more than revenue. So the difference 6,000 is your loss. तो अगर आपका खर्चा आपके रेवेन्यू से ज़्यादा है तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? लॉस कहते हैं. Now loss is a broad term. ये लॉस एक wider term है because it also include लॉस इनकर्ड इन दी ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. कभी कभार क्या होता है, हमारा पैसा गायब हो जाता है, पैसा चोरी हो जाता है, गुड्स में आग लग जाती है, एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है. सो इफ एनी ऑफ द गुड्स आर लॉस्ट बाय फायर, लॉस्ट बाय थेफ्ट, लॉस्ट बाय एक्सीडेंट, देन दैट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज लॉस. तो उसको भी क्या कहते हैं? लॉस कहते हैं. सो इट ऑल्सो इंक्लूड्स money or money worth lost against which the firm receives no benefit. जिसके बदले में फर्म को कोई फायदा हुआ ही नहीं. अगर आपके गुड्स में आग लग गई, आपको कोई फायदा हुआ नहीं हुआ. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ लॉस. आपका ट्रक सामान लेके जा रहा था, एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कोई फायदा हुआ नहीं. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ लॉस. सो लॉस मीन्स एक्सेस ऑफ एक्सपेंस ओवर रेवेन्यू. Coming on to the next term, goods. What do you mean by goods, guys? Goods क्या होते हैं? So goods means any item in which you are dealing. Any item in which you are dealing in. कोई भी ऐसा सामान जिसमें आप डील कर रहे हो और you are purchasing it. You are purchasing it for the purpose of resale. For resale. कोई भी सामान जो आप खरीदते हो दोबारा से बेचने के लिए, that is known as goods. For example, if I am a mobile shopkeeper, so I am dealing in mobile phone. I will be dealing in mobile phone. So for me, my goods are mobile phone. If I am a shoes shopkeeper, then I will be dealing in shoes. So shoes will be my goods. If I am a mother dairy shopkeeper, I am dealing in milk, then milk will be my goods. So good means any item or any commodity which are purchased to be sold, which are purchased to be sold. कोई भी सामान जो आप खरीदते हो आगे बेचने के लिए, उसी को बोलते हैं goods. और anything that you deal in, it is known as goods. Coming on to the next one, purchase and purchase return. Purchase and purchase return. So purchase means whenever you purchase goods, it is known as purchase. जब भी आप goods खरीदोगे उसको बोलेंगे purchase. If you are purchasing anything other than goods, then you cannot call it as purchase. अगर आप goods के अलावा कुछ खरीद रहे हो, I am a mobile shopkeeper, so my goods are mobile phone. So if I am purchasing mobile phone, then that is purchase. But if I am purchasing furniture, अगर मैं मोबाइल शॉपकीपर हूँ और मैं फर्नीचर खरीद रही हूँ, then that is not a purchase, guys. That is not a purchase, because purchase means only purchase of goods. So what do you mean by purchase? It refers to the amount of goods which are bought for resale. Purchase का मतलब आपने goods खरीदे हैं for resale. Just a minute. Yes. Now परचेज का मतलब दोनों परचेज होती है. यू कैन आइदर परचेज ऑन कैश और यू कैन परचेज ऑन क्रेडिट. तो परचेज इट इंक्लूड्स बोथ कैश परचेजेस एंड उधार वाली परचेजेस, क्रेडिट परचेजेस. बट प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट इट ओनली मीन्स परचेज ऑफ गुड्स. यहाँ पर सिर्फ परचेज ऑफ गुड्स है और कोई आइटम नहीं होगा. नाउ कभी कभार हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हमने गुड्स खरीद लिए. वी हैव परचेज गुड्स फ्रॉम Amazon, फ्रॉम फ्लिपकार्ट, फ्रॉम मिंत्रा, बट वी आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद द क्वालिटी. हमें उसकी क्वालिटी पसंद नहीं आई. अब क्या करोगे, क्वालिटी पसंद नहीं आई, यू विल रिटर्न बैक दैट, क्योंकि हमारे पास 7 days रिटर्न, 30 days रिटर्न पॉलिसी होती है. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल रिटर्न इट बैक. सो फर्स्ट यू हैव परचेज्ड इट. पहले आपने वो परचेज किया एंड देन वो आपने रिटर्न किया. सो दिस इज परचेज रिटर्न. दिस इज परचेज रिटर्न. यू परचेज गुड्स and then you return those goods. So it is known as purchase return. So purchase return means when the goods are returned to the supplier. Supplier means seller. आपने सेलर को दोबारा से गुड्स वापस कर दिए, बोला तू पकड़ अपने गुड्स, मुझे पसंद नहीं आए. So when the goods are returned to the seller for any reason, it is known as purchase return. और परचेज रिटर्न इज ऑल्सो नोन एज रिटर्न आउटवर्ड. परचेज रिटर्न को रिटर्न आउटवर्ड भी कहते हैं. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन, सेल्स एंड सेल्स रिटर्न. नाउ व्हेन यू विल सेल योर मोबाइल फोन, जब अपनी दुकान पे आप मोबाइल फोन बेचोगे, व्हेन यू विल सेल मोबाइल फोन ऑन शॉप, देन यू विल कॉल इट एज सेल. सो व्हेन यू आर सेलिंग गुड्स, when you are selling goods, it is known as sale. आपने goods बेचे तो उसको क्या बोलोगे, sale. अब आपने goods बेच दिए, you sell goods, आपने goods बेच दिए. now customer को वो goods पसंद नहीं आया, customer को वो मोबाइल फोन पसंद नहीं आया, उसने बोला ये तो 5G है ही नहीं, this one is not 5G. so customer रिटर्न्ड गुड्स, कस्टमर ने वो गुड्स आपके घर वापस बेच दिए. सो व्हाट इज दिस, दिस इज सेल्स रिटर्न. दिस इज सेल्स रिटर्न. फर्स्ट you sold those goods and now they are returned back by the customer. तो पहले आपने सेल करी, सेल refer to the amount of goods sold, and sales return means when the goods are returned from the customer. तो आपने गुड्स बेचे और कस्टमर ने वो वापस कर दिए. दिस इज सेल्स रिटर्न. एंड सेल्स रिटर्न इज ऑल्सो नोन एज रिटर्न इनवर्ड, क्योंकि वो गुड वापस से आपके पास आ गए, दे आर कमिंग इन द बिजनेस, so it is return inward. So sales return is known as return inward, purchase return is known as return outward. Coming to the next, revenue from operation. What do you mean by revenue from operation? So revenue from operation is same as sales. It is same as sale. So revenue from operation means money received by selling goods. Money received by selling goods or services. जो पैसा हमें गुड्स और सर्विसेज बेच के मिला है उसको कहते हैं रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन. सो इट इज द इनकम जनरेटेड फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ गुड्स और बाय प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज. सो रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन मीन जो गुड्स को बेच के सर्विसेज को दे के पैसा मिला है उसको कहते हैं रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, स्टॉक और इन्वेंट्री. अब मेरी है शूज की दुकान. आई हैव अ शू शॉप एंड इन माई शॉप देयर आर 1000 पेयर ऑफ शूज. मेरी दुकान में 1000 पेयर ऑफ शूज रखे हैं. सो दीज आर अनसोल्ड गुड्स. ये वो गुड्स है जो बिके नहीं है. शूज आर माई गुड्स एंड दीज आर अनसोल्ड. ये बिके तो नहीं है. सो अनसोल्ड गुड्स that are lying in your shop, lying in your godown, those are known as stock. So stock means unsold goods. वो goods जो आपकी दुकान में पड़े हैं उनको कहते हैं stock. So stock or inventory is a tangible asset. Tangible asset माने we can see it, we can touch it. That is held by the business for the purpose of sale. हमने क्यों उनको बिजनेस में रखा है? बेचने के लिए, फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ सेल. एंड इट इंक्लूड्स गुड अनसोल्ड. इट इंक्लूड्स गुड्स अनसोल्ड ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर डे. जो भी गुड्स नहीं बिके उनको कहते हैं अनसोल्ड. नाउ द स्टॉक इज ऑफ टू टाइप, ओपनिंग स्टॉक एंड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. स्टॉक जो है वो दो टाइप का होता है, ओपनिंग स्टॉक एंड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. ओपनिंग स्टॉक मीन्स stock in the beginning of the year. Closing stock means stock at the end of the year. जो सामान साल के स्टार्टिंग में है आपके बिजनेस में वो है ओपनिंग स्टॉक, और जो सामान साल के एंड में है उसको कहते हैं क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. So stock is of two types, opening and closing. Coming to the next one, trade receivable. Trade receivable. What is trade receivable? Trade receivable माने amount receivable for sale of goods. Trade receivable means the money which is receivable. वो पैसा जो आपको in future मिलने वाला है, जो आपको पैसा फ्यूचर में मिलने वाला है उसको कहते हैं trade receivable. Now trade receivable is divided into two categories, debtor and bills receivable. Debtor and bills receivable. Now you can see our session number 3 of this chapter. If you want to know about debtors and bills receivable, you can check out session number 3. In that we have explained debtors and bills receivable. अगर मैं अभी करूँगी explain, then this session will become too lengthy. So trade receivable means the amount which is receivable by the business for sale of goods, for providing services. Trade receivable is further divided into two, debtors and bills receivable, which we have explained in brief in session number 3. Then coming on to trade payable. Trade payable. So what is trade payable? Trade payable is the amount that is payable by business to the outsider. वो पैसा जो बिजनेस को पे करना है बाहर वालों को वो कहते हैं ट्रेड पेबल. अब आप बोलोगे मैम वो तो लाइबिलिटी होती है. दैट इज लाइबिलिटी. सो गाइस, ट्रेड पेबल इज आल्सो अ लाइबिलिटी. ट्रेड पेबल इज आल्सो अ लाइबिलिटी. सो ट्रेड पेबल इज द अमाउंट पेबल फॉर आइदर परचेज ऑफ गुड्स, या तो आपने गुड्स खरीदे इसलिए पैसा देना है, या आपने सर्विसेज ली इसलिए पैसा देना है. So trade payable is the amount payable by business either for purchase of goods or for services taken. Now trade payable is again divided into two types: creditor and bills payable. Creditor and bills payable. And if you want to know about these two terms, then again go and check session number 3. Our all recorded sessions will be available on the channel. So coming on to the next term, that is cost. What is cost, guys? So cost is the amount paid for something. कोई भी पैसा जो आपने पे किया है वो cost है. I have given you the example in the previous session that I am purchasing the calculator for 120 rupees. मैंने ये calculator खरीदा 120 rupees में. So 120 is the cost of calculator. 120 is the cost of calculator. So it is the amount incurred on specific item. Incurred means paid for specific item. तो आपने अगर किसी पैसे के लिए कोई अमाउंट पे करी है उसको क्या कहते हैं? कॉस्ट कहते हैं. Coming on to the next, voucher. What do you mean by voucher? So voucher is a written document. That is the proof of transaction. That is a proof of transaction. So जब भी आप कोई ट्रांजेक्शन करते हो, आप कोई काम करते हो, आपको एक रिटर्न डॉक्यूमेंट मिलता है, आपको बिल मिलता है, इनवॉइस मिलता है, तो उसे क्या कहते हैं? वाउचर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, when we deposit money in a bank, we receive a slip. That slip is what? It is a written document, it is a proof, and it is also known as voucher. So what is voucher? Voucher is a written document in support of our transaction. For example, bill, for example, receipt, for example, invoice, and when you deposit money in bank, you receive a slip. That is also voucher. So any written document that is made at the time of transaction is known as voucher. Coming on to the next one, discount. What do you mean by discount, guys? So I gave you example in the previous session that right now pro subscription, the original price of pro subscription is 2900, but we are providing it only for 2610. प्रो सब्सक्रिप्शन का ओरिजिनल प्राइस क्या है? 2900, लेकिन हम अभी कितने में दे रहे हैं? ओनली 2610 में. So we are giving a reduction in the price. We have reduced the price. And this is known as discount. So we are giving you flat 10% discount on pro subscription. जिसने अभी तक नहीं लिया, go and take pro subscription, guys. So what is a discount? जब आप प्राइस को कम कर देते हो, when you reduce price, that is known as discount. So it is the amount of reduction in the price of goods. When you reduce the price, that is known as discount. Now discount is again divided into two types: cash discount and trade discount. Discount is divided into two types: cash discount and trade discount. And this you can check in session number 4. If you want to know that what is cash discount, what is a trade discount, then please go and check our recorded session. तो जिसको ये जानना है कैश डिस्काउंट क्या है, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट क्या है, प्लीज गो एंड वॉच आवर सेशन नंबर 4. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट टर्म, बेड डेट. अब ये बेड डेट क्या है? थोड़ी अलग सी टर्म लग रही है, बेड डेट. सो लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल फॉर दिस. I sold goods to Rohan of rupees 5000 on credit. मैंने रोहन को 5000 के गुड्स बेचे ऑन क्रेडिट. क्रेडिट मीन्स उधार पे. रोहन ने बोला कि मैं आपको 1 महीने बाद पैसा दे दूंगा. Rohan said, I will make the payment after 1 month. Now, when I asked for payment after 1 month, his phone number was unreachable. रोहन का फोन नहीं मिला. Then I went to his home. मैं उसके घर गई. मैंने देखा वहाँ ताला लग रहा है. मैंने आसपास के लोगों से पूछा, किसी को रोहन के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता. So now, will I receive this 5,000 rupees? The answer is how? कैसे मिलेंगे? Rohan is not there. Who will pay this 5,000? So now this 5,000 is irrecoverable. ये पैसा irrecoverable है. ये पैसा मुझे नहीं मिल सकता क्योंकि रोहन तो छू मंतर हो गया. So bad debt is the amount which is not recoverable. वो पैसा जो अब नहीं मिल सकता उसको कहते हैं बैड डेट. तो अगर आपका कोई पैसा डूब गया है उसको क्या कहेंगे? बैड डेट. So it is the amount receivable by the business which becomes irrecoverable. अब वो पैसा क्या हो गया? irrecoverable हो गया. और क्योंकि आपका पैसा डूब गया है, therefore it is treated as a loss. आपके पैसे का नुकसान हुआ, आपका नुकसान हुआ, so that is a loss for the business. So bad debt is a loss. Coming on to the next term, balance sheet. What do you mean by balance sheet, guys? So balance sheet is a statement that shows financial position, of business. ये एक स्टेटमेंट है जो आपको बिजनेस की फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन दिखाएगी कि बिजनेस में कितने एसेट्स हैं, कितनी लाइबिलिटीज हैं एंड कितनी कैपिटल है. So balance sheet is a statement that show the financial position of business on a particular date. It will show the asset, liability and capital of the business. Coming on to the next, book value. What do you mean by book value? So it is the value at which items appear in the books. वो वैल्यू जिस वैल्यू पे आपने अपनी चीजों को बुक्स में रिकॉर्ड करा हुआ है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई हैव रिकॉर्डेड कार एट 7 लाख रुपीज. मैंने कार को 7 लाख रुपीज पे रिकॉर्ड कर रखा है इन माई बुक. So in my books the value is 7 lakh. In the books the value is 7 lakh. So this is book value. Value in the books is known as book value. आपकी किताबों में कितनी वैल्यू है उसको कहते हैं book value. Coming on to the next, books of account. Books of account क्या है अब? What is books of account? So books of account, it is a record of all the transactions. वो किताब जहाँ पर आप सब कुछ रिकॉर्ड करोगे, जहाँ आप सब कुछ रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो, दैट इज नोन एज बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. तो हम जर्नल एंट्री पास करते हैं, हम लेजर बनाते हैं, हम कैश बुक बनाते हैं. तो ये हम जहाँ भी बनाते हैं, दीज आर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. दीज आर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. So books of account, it is a record or it is the book in which all the financial transactions are recorded. वो किताबें जहाँ पर आप सारी फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन रिकॉर्ड करते हो, those books are known as books of account, and it includes journal, ledger, cash book and bank book. Next is cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold is similar to the cost. मैंने cost बताया था. Now I am a shoes shopkeeper. मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया था 4th वाले सेशन में that I am a shoes shopkeeper. मैं क्या हूँ? मेरे जूतों की दुकान है and I used to manufacture shoes. I used to manufacture shoes by myself. जैसा कि आप देख रहे हो ये अपने आप they are manufacturing shirt. So I am manufacturing shoes. Now जब मैं ये shoe manufacture करूँगी, when I will produce these shoes, when I will do production, it will take some cost. मतलब कुछ पैसा लगेगा. I will pay electricity bill, I will pay rent, I will pay labor, I will pay for raw material. So the total amount paid for the production, मुझे इस शर्ट को बनाने में, शूज को बनाने में जो भी पैसा लगा, that amount is known as cost of goods sold. So it is the cost, it is the amount attributable paid on the production. आपको सामान को बनाने में जो भी पैसा लगा उसको बोलते हैं cost of goods sold. So this is explained in section number 4. Coming on to the last one, very important, debit. Debit क्या होता है बच्चों? So I have explained you account in the beginning of the session. Account means record of all the transaction. Record of all the transaction. Now account is divided into two types. Account is divided into two sides. अकाउंट को हमने दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया है. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड इज नोन एज डेबिट साइड एंड राइट हैंड साइड इज नोन एज क्रेडिट साइड. सो अकाउंट विच इज रिकॉर्ड ऑफ ऑल द ट्रांजैक्शन, दैट अकाउंट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू साइड्स. सो व्हाट इज डेबिट? It is the left hand side of account. It is the left hand side. Then coming on to credit, what is credit? It is the right hand side of account. So debit is left hand side, credit is right hand side. Coming on to next, depreciation. What do you mean by depreciation? So when we use any asset, when we use car, when we use mobile phone, with time their value go on decreasing. Time के साथ value कम होती जाती है, and that decrease in value is known as depreciation. So it is fall in the value of asset with the passage of time. टाइम के साथ एसेट की वैल्यू क्या होती जाएगी? कम होती जाएगी, और उसी को बोलते हैं बच्चों depreciation. Then coming to entity. What do you mean by entity? So entity is like business, enterprise. So let's see the meaning. It is an economic unit. एक यूनिट है which carry out business activity. तो अगर कोई कंपनी है तो वो बिजनेस चलाती है, उसी को क्या कहते हैं? एंटिटी कहते हैं. सो एंटिटी इज एन इकोनॉमिक यूनिट which carry economic activity, which carry business activity. तो business activity कौन चलाता है? कंपनी चलाती है, फर्म चलाती है. That is known as entity. Coming on to the next, entry. What do you mean by entry? So you know that in accounting, what do you mean by accounting, guys? Accounting means recording all the financial transaction. In accounts we have to record all the financial transaction. So जब हम ट्रांजेक्शन को रिकॉर्ड करते हैं बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में, दैट इज नोन एज एंट्री. एंट्री मीन्स when we record the transaction in the books of account. So entry is the transaction which is recorded in the books of account. Entry is the transaction which is recorded in the books of account. Coming to the next, insolvent. What is insolvent? Insolvent means कंगाल हो जाना, बिल्कुल पैसे खत्म हो जाना. So, अगर आप ऐसी हालत में आ जाओ, आपके बैंक में कोई पैसा नहीं बचा, आपके पास कोई घर पे कुछ भी नहीं है, आपके पास सब कुछ खत्म हो गया, आप कंगाल हो गए, बिल्कुल बैंक करप्ट हो गए, then that is known as insolvent. So insolvent means it is the state of a person or entity. ये वो हालत होती है where he is unable to pay the debt. आप बाहर वालों का पैसा देने लायक नहीं हो. आपको किसी के 10 लाख रुपए देने और आप अब पैसे नहीं दे सकते क्योंकि आपके पास पैसे हैं नहीं. You don't have money to pay your liability, then you will be called as insolvent. आपके पास पैसा नहीं है, आप बाहर वालों का पैसा नहीं दे पाओगे वापस, so you will be insolvent. And then we have proprietor, which I have already explained you a lot of time. Proprietor is owner, guys. Proprietor is the another name of owner. So a person who owns a business, who contribute capital to the business and who earn profit is known as owner. क्या करता है ओनर? बिजनेस ओन करता है, बिजनेस में कैपिटल लगाता है और प्रॉफिट अर्न करता है. सो प्रोप्राइटर इज ओनर who owns a business, who contribute capital to the business and who earn profit. Then coming on to the last term, that is rebate. What do you mean by rebate? So rebate is similar to the discount, guys. It is a reduction in the price of goods. आपने प्राइस जो है वो कम कर दिया है आफ्टर द गुड्स हैव बीन सोल्ड. आपने वो गुड्स बेच दिए, आपने पहले गुड्स बेच दिए. अब जब कस्टमर को वो बोला, कस्टमर ने वो गुड्स रिसीव करे, तब कस्टमर को दिखाई दिया अरे ये गुड तो खराब है, दिस इज अ डिफेक्टिव प्रोडक्ट. So he will complain for that product. At that time you will reduce the price. आप क्या करोगे? उस गुड्स के प्राइस कम कर दोगे और उसको क्या कहते हैं? रिबेट. So it is reduction in the price of the goods after goods have been sold. goods बिक चुके हैं and is offered for reason other than which may have been for allowing trade discount. ट्रेड डिस्काउंट के अलावा कोई और रीजन है, लाइक बैड क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर. एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, कस्टमर ने देखा कि अरे ये तो खराब सामान है, उसने कंप्लेन करी, आपने बोला नहीं नहीं चलो रख लो, हम आपको रिबेट दे देते हैं. सो इट इज रिडक्शन इन द प्राइस ऑफ गुड्स आफ्टर द गुड्स हैव बीन सोल्ड बिकॉज वी हैव डिलीवर्ड बैड क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रिबेट. एंड विद दिस we have completed all the terms in one shot, guys. I hope that all the terms were pretty much clear to you. If not, then you can watch our previous sessions that are available on our channel. So I hope that this session was like balle balle. ये session सबको पसंद आया. So now on Saturday we will have Menti quiz. So tomorrow we will have Menti quiz, guys. So stay tuned. You all are waiting for this from a long time. तो तैयार रहे मेंटी क्विज के लिए क्योंकि ये होने वाली है बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटिंग. So stay tuned for the upcoming session, guys. That will be on tomorrow, Saturday. So now, if you want to attend more such live classes with me, then you all can take Pro subscription. That is also available at discount. We are providing 10% discount to all of you right now on Pro subscription, and you will be getting all these benefits here. You will be getting full access to unlimited live classes. All the subject will be covered in detail, and we make sure that all these sessions are conducted in English over here. And you guys can learn from India's best teachers in their live session at Vedantu. And the most important thing, learn from your home without any physical contact from any device. तो चाहे कोरोना हो, चाहे कोविड हो, चाहे कुछ भी हो, there will be no interruption in your studies because you guys can learn from home from any device. So the actual price of Pro subscription is 2,900, but right now we are providing flat 10% discount, after which you have to pay only 2,610. So guys, what are you waiting for? Go and grab this Pro subscription right now at flat 10% discount by using my promo code SCPRO. So go and use this code so that you can avail this Pro subscription at 10% discount. Also, the new batches are starting from 17th May. So if you don't want to miss any classes of new batches, then please join it quickly. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you all have enjoyed this session, and if you have not joined our Telegram group yet, then please take a moment to join it. The link is also available in the description box below, because you will be getting all the updates here, all the notes here. So please go and join it ASAP. And if you guys are new to our channel, or if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, then jaldi se jao channel ko subscribe karo. Make sure that you also like this video and you share this. So like, share and subscribe so that you can join us in the upcoming live classes. Now see you all tomorrow with the Menti quiz. So do a good preparation, guys. अच्छे से तैयारी करके आना ताकि सारे बच्चे दे सही जवाब कल Menti quiz में. So stay tuned for the tomorrow's Menti quiz that will be at same time 7 p.m. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, eat healthy, and be positive. So thank you everyone for watching this session. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, you like this video, and you share it along with your friends. And yes, if you have not subscribed the channel, then please take a moment to subscribe it. So now see you all tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye bye.